It is Munch on Sports, Fox Sports 1350 The Gambler. Little reminder again, friend, and what a perfect time to talk about Cleveland State men's basketball. Let's set the stage here, okay? Number one, best start in over a decade. Atop the Horizon League, number two. 8-game winning streak, number three. And you can celebrate that 8-game winning streak by grabbing your 21-22 season tickets today. I don't want you to be saying next year, like, dang it, Munch, you were right. We need to do that. Yeah, no, I know I'm right. And if I'm not always right now, we'll let you know. But I'm correct on this to the point that you need to go right now to CSUVikings.com. Call 216-687-4848 if you'd rather speak to someone, which I love to do. Get your deposit down. Get early bird pricing. It'll blow your mind how little you're going to spend to see an unbelievable product. And you get free CSU gear. Heck, I need a new Magnus hoodie. All right? Reserve your seats again, 21-22. So proud. Just got that text before Munch. Section 104, row F, seats 11, 12, 13, 14. Boom. We are in. And so could you be. Reserve your 21-22 seats now. Lacking your early bird pricing? CSUVikings.com or call 216-687-4848 and reserve your 21-22 season tickets today. And when you reserve those tickets, guess what, friend? Who are you going to go see? You're going to go see the Cleveland State Vikings in action, and this gentleman is going to be the field general behind the scenes. None other than dear friend of the show and dear friend overall, head coach Dennis Gates. Dennis, good morning.
Top of the morning, Munch. Top of the morning. How are you?
Brother, I am superb. And I'll say this, not only top of the Browns playoff weekend morning, divisional playoffs, but top of the Vikings tonight, ESPNU, Wright State morning to you too, sir.
Well, I appreciate you having me on, and obviously we're excited to be where we are, but ultimately not satisfied with where we're going. Definitely big things ahead. Our guys are locking in every day.
Coach, I've got to hit you with something, and I understand this because I've had a son that when he played high school and college sports, it's like you're taking bus rides. You go down to Dayton area to play Wright State, and you guys are in a bus, and, you know, when they would travel buses at times, even in college, D3 football. So you know what, Dad? We got to get there a few hours early to stretch out. I mean, you know, I don't care how luxurious the bus is. You're still seated in a bus for a few hours. What time will you guys arrive in Dayton tonight for the game, sir?
Well, you know, Munch, the thing is, we're in Dayton as soon as we start preparing for the game at the beginning of the week.
Oh, wow.
And with the mental approach.
Oh, okay.
You know, so mentally we're in that place where we need to go. So when it comes down to physically being there, that part doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to us because we've been so locked in at the beginning of the week to prepare for this moment. We've had several great practices. We've had definitely great film sessions. The only thing that's left is to play the game, and that's what our guys are so fortunate and so thankful to be able to do amid this pandemic, that everything else, you know, is erased from the equation. We just look at the opportunity we have to play because, again, at this stage, there are a lot of programs who have not stepped foot in competition yet.
Coach, that is amazing. Every time I have you on, you give me a wow moment. You know that? No, that's cool, man. You know, come on, I'm from Slavic Village, 53rd and Ham Avenue. A lot of guys don't give me wow moments. No, I love knowledge, but I love emotion and I love passion, and that's what you have. And man, you just got me fired up to for the Vikings tonight that we'll all be watching on ESPNU. Coach, how's this too? And I know you downplay these things, and that's one of the reasons we treasure having you. And I need you around here for a long, long time. But also tonight. Oh, no, I won't let you. I'll block your car in the driveway if I have to, okay? But if you call a cab, I'll call them away. But tonight we've got the two coaches of the year. Is that a right term to use? Last year in the Horizon League, and you, sir, and Scott Nagy. So there's going to be some chess being played tonight too, aren't you? And I know you love the challenge.
Well, we both come from the state of Illinois. I have the utmost respect for Coach Nagy. He's a guy that has won 500-plus games, just imagine the amount of young men lives that he's touched and changed and helped along the way.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, while I was in high school at Whitney Young High School, I had an opportunity as a high schooler to meet his dad, who was an assistant coach at University of Illinois Chicago, which is located right across the street. So I found myself over there.
Oh, wow.
With Jimmy Collins as the head coach, rest in peace, as we just lost a great coach in our coaching fraternity, Jimmy Collins, a month ago. But Coach Nagy's dad was his assistant on that staff, and I was able to meet the Coach Nagy a long time ago. And his dad is a great man, and obviously the respect I have for him, man, and being able to present him last season with his 500th victory game ball after that overtime loss that they gave us here at the Wolstein Center.
You know what? I remember that like yesterday. What was that? Oh, my golly. It was 81-74, right?
I believe so.
Look at me. I know CSU scores. Oh, my. Yeah, because I remember I was just chewing my nails on that one, sir.
Hey, Munch, you impress me every time we get on the phone and talk. I'll tell you that much. For you to know that score, that's pretty big time, man.
Well, you know, because I'm thinking about the matchup tonight. I'll tell you something else I like, too. And did you get this from Coach Hamilton about everybody can contribute anytime you need someone to contribute? And by that, I'm looking, we know how Mr. Hodge could light him up. However, fill up the basket. I'm looking at Alec Oglesby. He gets 17 against Northern Kentucky. And Torrey Patton in his win streak, 10 or more points in every game. And if you would say, okay, who had 10 or more every game, Torrey may not be the guy you mentioned, so everybody's contributing, but that's how you want to do it, right?
No doubt. It's by committee, and our program, you know, one of our core values is unselfishness, and we really mean that. Guys are genuinely cheering for each other, but ultimately, you know, it's about one category. It's not about individual stats. It's either you got to win or a loss. And our guys are going to lay it on the line night in, night out. And scouting reports are going to require, because we are playing some great programs with some great coaches who are very good at strategizing, the thing is someone has to be prepared to step up. And that's what we have been having. And Alec Oglesby stepped up big time, Munch. He stepped up big time in our last game. And it's exciting to see, because I don't know who's going to step up next. We just know tonight we'll need someone to step up.
And he certainly will. Dennis Gates joins us, the head basketball coach at Cleveland State University. And, brother, I'll tell you what, you know, I like a good time. I'm very serious tonight to you too. But how about Mr. Deontay Johnson and that block party? Tied for first in blocks, 15. Bro, I'll tell you what, tell him invite me to the party, okay?
Hey, definitely. Deontay is a talented defensive player. He's one that can block shots. He's a kid that can switch 1 through 5. He's one of the fastest guys in our program when it comes down to straight line running. But his
really?
Defensively, his agility defensively is one of the tops in our conference. And one of his biggest goals is to make all defensive team in the Horizon League. And I think he's on his way.
Well, I'll tell you, there's something, too, about shot blockers. You know, they get that tunnel vision look, especially if they're tracking one down. Nothing else matters. But still, you know what? It's almost like, you know, like a viper or something, like a stealth. You don't see him, and bang, there he is, swatting it away.
You don't see him.
Right. And you know what, bro? It's almost when we talk about taking a charge, when that fires up, man, you're putting that basketball 8-10 rows back in the stands after somebody's going for a shot or going in, for a layup. That puts the fear in you, doesn't it? It alters the shots. Hey, Coach, you coach, I don't. It alters your game, doesn't it, about going into the paint?
Absolutely. Our defense requires a rim protector. And Al-Jabbar protects the rim a little bit different because he's a guy that can take charges. Deontay Johnson is a guy that can get up in the air and reject the basketball a couple rows up in the stands. And Mboume Jacques is the same way. He's a position guy who changes shots before he blocks them or before he takes a charge. So we have some guys that can change and alter shots, but Deontay Johnson's ability to get up there and do it the old-fashioned way with some blocks is something that our defense feeds off of, and it gives us energy.
Coach, I got to ask you this, and again, we've talked about quite a few players, so I'm not in this fan club, okay? But how about my guy, the second coming of Munch Bishop, Trey Gamillion? He has started every game of his career, bro. Now think about this. I'm sure last year there's times, I'm gonna be blunt, you're looking around going, "Dang, I'm gonna start him." I have no one else, but he really comes through in flying colors. Like I said, you need somebody on the floor. Where'd your skin on your leg go, Trey? Oh, it's on the court in Milwaukee, or it's
Trey,
at the Wolstein Center. He gets it done, doesn't he?
Trey Gomillion is an old-fashioned throwback player who may have had, if the Detroit Pistons bad boys had an opening, he would be that person they would select. He plays the game the right way, man. He's our inspiration. He's our anchor. He does a great job on both sides of the court. He's one of those kids who's not afraid to throw his body around at the size he is. He can defend several positions, but his hustle, his heart, his grit, his toughness, determination, he's a throwback player from the 80s, 90s, and he is our bad boy. So we definitely love what he brings to our team because it's a part of our identity.
And, Coach, something else I've seen, and I know you like this too, and we talk about anybody can rise up at any time, doing it by committee. And it does work. You're proving that. However, I see him shooting 11 and 12 from the floor a couple of days after Christmas. Then I see him, going 11 and 12 from the field in another game, and then against Purdue, Fort Wayne, 16 points, 8 of 13 from the floor. Tells me that, the old saying, he's not shooting from his behind. He's putting up good shots.
That's right. I mean, it's key. It's key, and it's a good part of our program. But we depend heavily on our ability to share the basketball and obviously ability to be prepared to make open shots. Our guys share the basketball, and I think the ball finds the open man. And when it comes down to shot selection, we have guys that are definitely gonna be able to knock down open shots. And the part that we look at much is we didn't have that last season. So it's something we've added by way of recruiting when we've identified young men that we've identified to wear the jersey that they're wearing so well. They're doing a great job of just knocking down shots and playing for each other.
Tonight, 7 o'clock tip-off, Nutter Center, Wright State, ESPNU, and talk about making some noise. Next Friday, CSU back home. Milwaukee comes in, Friday night's game, 7 o'clock, ESPN2. And, Coach, before you go, I know how you've embraced the city, embraced the passion, the emotion, the sports. How about those Cleveland Browns?
Go Browns. Hey,
good time, isn't it?
Hey, it's a great time to not only be Cleveland sports fans. They've been waiting for a while for this moment, but the footprint of our city, it's just special right now. You look at what they're doing, the tradition that supports them, and it's great. It's a great reward for all the fans that's been patiently waiting. But also we're excited about all our sports teams, the Cleveland Indians, the Cleveland Cavs, and obviously Cleveland State University men's basketball.
You know what? And I mentioned to Scott Garrett earlier. This is like a doubleheader CSU day. Is that it's not good for the city, sir. It's great for the city, the excitement. And Coach, I even said it. There's no pressure. We are going to have traffic jams before you know it. When fans are allowed back in at 18th and Euclid, 21st and Prospect, we're going to be like, get there early, baby, and park a couple blocks away because you're not going to be able to get in the barn. Sir, have a safe trip. Take care of yourself. We'll be watching tonight, and blessed and honored to be able to have you on.
Hey, thank you, and go Vikes. Thank you much.
You're welcome, sir. Take care.